fake audio of General Kata. This is nothing but the continuation of all the fakeness that has existed within the ADF/AGC ranks, from top to bottom. If there is no trust among ADF/AGC members, how can they build trust on a national level? Listen to Vivian Banwe.
I will have to clarify that after listening to the SG of the ADF, I have a lot to clarify, because this is history in the making, and our chapters will be written in the books. And one thing I have tried to do in this struggle is to be honest. To be honest the best I can. I have tried to hold back on things that needs to be held back, and I know for sure, because from a little girl, since when I was born and grew up to, teenage age, I've been dealing with money for the public, not my personal money. And I know what it is when confusion stems up for money. It can ruin your character. People can sabotage you. They can sabotage your family, your reputation, and all of that. So I've learned to take precautions and put through the right structures when it comes to dealing with money, not just to safeguard the money, but to safeguard my name. So I will explain. But before I explain, from the patches discussion, I will want to propose one thing, that if we've had clarity about the patch issue, I will add my voice to Comrade Pa Martin, that let's round this thing up. Clear Patch's name, clear Comrade Wali's name, put that aside and move on. Because if we don't do it, they're going to be dragged into something bigger than we sit here and think. Or maybe we are ignoring the conversations that are going on here. But if this thing is not contained and it goes out of proportion, too many people will not be happy. Because at that point, you won't be able to control or contain the narrative. And money issues are very, very complicated. So that is what I have to say about the Pache issue. About the contenderhood, finance thing and all of that, I promised and I tasked myself for the past week to not talk about this contenderhood, because I understand perfectly the psychology and the mentality of the human being. And I know for sure how many people react when they don't get it their way. And what can, I just understand a lot of things. And so I made a conscious decision to not discuss the contenderhood and the finances. And I want to make it clear at this point, I am not part, for those who sit here and they think that I am part of the contenderhood finance team, I am not. Yes, like Pa Martin said, they nominated, from what I understand, because I'm not where they are, they agree and nominated me to be part of the finance team, or to lead the finance team, which was quite an honor. Because think about it, to carry the finance of a nation is not a joke. So I was nominated, but I am not part of it as we speak. And I'll explain why. When they nominated me, the first person who came to me and informed me was the defense chairman of the ADF, Mr. Benedict Kuo. He came, he broke the news, and he said, "You've been nominated to lead the finance team for the contenderhood, to run the fund drive. And you're going to do this with Walter Skiaka, with Wally and the Move, and woman of God. And I said, whoa, what an honor. And we talked, he explained. And I told him I am honored and humbled that they so trusted in me to do that. But I told him I have one request, which is one tool that I need. And that tool is knowledge. I grew up to understand the slogan. You all know I always say knowledge is power. And my request was to him, and I did explain to him, if these people so trusted me and they want me to lead this finance team, I don't believe in third-party conversations when it comes to money. I would like to sit there in that defense council with them, hold conversations with them, talk to them directly, know what is happening, discuss the structures that I would like to put in place to run this finance team, so that when all is said and done and we roll out this project, I will be able to communicate directly with them, not through a third party, and be able to take information directly from them and send it out to the population to galvanize and keep pushing and getting the money and give them the necessary information that they so need. The defense chair said, I hear you, and that is perfectly correct. And he said, he will go back to the council and he will come back to me. He never did. I think later that day, because he had told me that the SG, Mr. Ayamba, was supposed to talk to us, but it seems like he is busy. So he just thought he should come and talk to me. I said, that's fine. So later on, Mr. Ayamba called and he said the same thing and the same story, and that he would like to have a meeting with us. And I said, sure, no problem. He did as he said, created a link, shared it. We had a meeting with him and the other team members. And he broke the news. And everybody was like, the first person who spoke, I think, was Wale on the Move. They're all in. Everybody said they're all in. Walters, woman of God, they're all in. I was the last person to speak. And I told him, I am all in. I am happy. I'm ready. I'm high tension. I'm ready to go. Ground zero, anything ground zero, I'm very ready to do it. But I told him, I said, but Mr. SG, I just want you to know that I've had this conversation with the defense chairman and I made a request to him. And I'm making that same request to you, that I would like to sit with those leaders in the defense council for the same reason, to be able to talk to them, understand the situation, maybe explain the plan of action with them, know how the finances are going to be moved around. We agree on everything before I move on. I don't want to be having third-party conversation with the leaders of those groups, because I know with money, when things start going wrong, it will go really, really wrong. Mama on the Move is on this forum. Walter Skiaka is in this forum. They can speak up if I'm lying. The SG said, okay, I hear you all. I will talk to the defense chairman and we will talk to the council and we will come back. During that conversation, we moved, Mama Wale moved that while we are on it, or why he is going to talk to them, why don't we just create a forum and start strategizing? We all said yes. That is how they created the finance team. Mama Wale created the forum, put all of us in, and we started talking, brainstorming on the necessary things that we'll have to put in place, the structures, and what kind of accounts to use, what to do, and all of that. We created that forum and we started talking while we were waiting for them to talk to the NSA or the Defense Council, National Defense Council, and come back to us. We brainstormed. We talked about accounts, what kind of accounts we need, how do we protect them? I said, well, if we want, we can also use that mailbox because I'm right there. We talked about creating a website, different strategies. I don't need to name them here. So we were talking, and I kept saying that I think that was a Monday, Tuesday, no call, Wednesday. I think we had our own Zoom meeting. Excuse me, guys, if I get it all confused. and we brainstormed again, the finance team, 4 of us, and we talked about different things. And I said, I am still waiting for them to come, because I am not going to move. I am not going to put my face out there. If I have to lead this finance team, I will not put my face out there. If I am not sitting in that council with these different leaders of the various defense forces in that contenderhood and talk to them directly, understand what they are doing, get them to accept on what we have to do or the plan that they're telling us about, I will not put my face out there, because I don't want to be an Irene Gwa tomorrow. I don't want my reputation to be ruined, because I have a family, I have kids, I have all of that. I kept insisting that I will not lead this team if I am not there. I think it was Thursday or something. Mama Wali came and she told us, and Walter Skiaka said, sure, you're going to be there and blah, blah, blah. I said, of course, yeah, I'm not rushing. I'm not rushing, you know. So we got up one morning and Mama Wali said, they put her in a forum. And all of us were wondering. I said, which forum? He said, it's the one forum about fundraising. I thought it was the Sustain Contender Forum. And I told her, no, that other forum where everybody is, we are all in that forum. I screenshot that forum and brought it. She said, no, that is not the forum. I said, okay, who put you in the forum? Which forum? She said, Vena put her in that forum. And I said, what's the name of the forum? She said, National Defense Council. I said, hell no. I said, hell no. I said, I had told the SG and the defense chairman that if I have to lead this fundraiser, I will have to be in that forum. I don't see anything wrong in that for knowledge purposes. You know, to me, that is a tool, the tool to work and do this thing. But anyways, the defense chair never came back. And we went back and forth, all of us back and forth. And, you know, Miss Walters kept saying, oh, no, yeah, we had decided that his Momsi was going to be there. And if they added Wali, no problem. He's going to tell them to add Momsi. I think Wali did not understand exactly what was happening. I don't want to dive into that, because she and I will explain ourselves, you know. And so Comrade Walter said, no, we had agreed that Momsi was going to be the one to be there, but if 2 people should be there, Wali should be there and Momsi. Remember, we did not vote. I proposed, I had made that proposition that I want to be there. It was not a vote by the defense team, by the finance team. So anyways, we kept walking. It never happened. In that team, I kept making propositions, and I told the ladies and the gentlemen in that forum, let's not rush this thing. We need to understand this whole thing, because we are going to put our neck in the guillotine if we are not careful, if we don't get clarification. I don't believe in, when it comes to money, talking to one party and taking it for granted. I believe in documentation when it comes to money. So I kept insisting. Anyways, fast forward, and unfortunately, I will have to say things that I thought were things that happened in the ADF meetings that, you know, didn't have to come out. But since the SG decided to put it out, I have to clarify it, because I don't like people lying about me. So we had the Defense Council meeting. Everybody knows I'm part of the ADF, or I was part of the ADF Defense Council. So we had a meeting, and they were reporting, giving the reports. And I joined that meeting late, because I was preparing to go to work. So when I got on and they were giving reports, I think it's the SG or the defense chair gave the report about the contenderhood and the finance team that was created. And he stated in his report that, yeah, the finance team has been created, made up of these people, you know, our own Ds, blah, 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 are there. They nominated one person to represent the finance team in the Defense Council. So they nominated Wali to represent and all of that. And when he got done, I said, can I speak? They said, yes. I said, Mr. Chairman, They did not nominate Wally to be in that council. I said, no, when you want to give report, let's be truthful. I don't like people who lie. Okay, not that I'm a saint. I can lie to save life or something, but little matters that really do not matter. We don't need to lie about it. So I told him in that meeting, I said, no, that's not how it happened. They did not nominate Wally to be in there. Actually, when they put Wally in that forum, she was so surprised how she got there from our discussions in the finance team. She was surprised. And that is how we found out that Wally was there. And when they got her there, I said, no, whoever did that, whoever is trying to play games, those were my words. I said, I don't play games with people. Whoever decided behind our back that Wally is going to be in that defense council and not Momsi as requested should get it together. Because I don't play these games and I'm not ready to put my neck out there blindly. When I said that, comrades, Bernadette went ballistic. And I am happy to say this because that meeting was recorded. I hope it doesn't get missing in the records. That was a recorded meeting in the house so that history recorded it and we can all go back someday and listen to it. The defense chairman went ballistic on me. He called me all kinds of names. And the worst name or the worst thing that he said I was trying to tussle power. What difference does it make if I am in the council or not in the council? He knows I'm just fighting to wield power and blah, blah, blah. What difference does it make if Wally is there and I'm not there? What is in the council that I want to see or hear? He went on and on and on. At that point, I was so mad. And so we were talking over each other. And I told him, I said, Mr. Defense Chair, let me tell you so. Oh, he actually went on and I told him if I am not in that council, I will not lead the finance department. I don't have a name to sacrifice. Whatever you people are hiding, I will not partake in it. He said, oh yeah, he said, first of all, he said, why are you so concerned to be there? We had talked to the council and the council rejected the request that they cannot allow you to be in that defense council. I said, and so I asked him, so why didn't you come back and tell me? I said, so they rejected my request, but they decided to get Wally in there and did not tell us. He said, oh, he was going on. I said, Mr. Defense Chairman, it's been almost a week. Why didn't you come back to me? Or come back to us, you and the SG who took that message to them. Why didn't you guys come back to us and tell us that this is a situation? They have rejected the fact that Momsi cannot be there. He said it, that the people at the Defense Council rejected the fact that I cannot be there. I said, oh, sure, good. So, because Momsi, they can't communicate with Momsi. Momsi is so hard on stuff and blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, see, Momsi is a full package. You either take it or you leave it. I said, I will not do it if I can't be there. I said, Defense Chair, you have to choose one. Is it because Momsi is hard on her words, or is it because the team rejected the fact that Momsi cannot be there? So anyways, we went on. He was mad. I was mad. He told the dev chair, if she doesn't want to take it that way, take her out of the finance team. Let me remind you people, that conversation is on record. And I told him that will be fine. You can take me out of it. By the way, it wasn't an application. I did not write an application to be part of that team. And so I'm not going to sit here and be ridiculed or be insulted that I'm trying to wield power. I told him, I said, all by myself, I am power. I'm not going to lie to you. I was furious and mad. So he said, yes, they should take me out of it. I said, I am so fine with that. So I stopped. I was going to work. I got to work and I stopped talking, but I was on the meeting. I was listening to the conversation. So they went on to other things and they talk and they talk. And I was really pissed off. So at the end, they wanted to round up. Remember, I am supposed to be the link between the ADF and the forces of General RK just to keep the coordination together. And I was also working in another group that wanted to join the ADF and all of that. So at the end of the meeting, I told them that I have something to say. And that is when I told them that for this insult and all of it, I made a point and I told them that I would like to leave this council. I do not want to be, apparently I'm a power monger or wanting to toss power with whoever. I don't know if I wanted to take the defense chair's position or whatever that was. I told him I don't want to be the elephant in the house. And so I am going to leave. Oh, he made reference to the people in the defense council. I don't want to go into those little things that the SG decided to hide it, to cover it, but made his point. So I told him that apparently in the egg of C, I'm the elephant in the room. And I don't want to be the hindrance because I have a lot to do. In my world, it is not about the egg of C, it is about Ambazonia. I use the egg of C and the ADF as a vehicle to liberate Ambazonia. I am not in the revolution to liberate the egg of C. So I told them that in order to allow you people to have your smooth running and get your things done the way you want to do, I am going to exit all the forums of the egg of C. I will also, it is the tradition in the ADF that if you want to leave the council, you have to state it that you want to leave the council, and the defense chairman is going to take you out of the council after consultation or whatever. So I told them, I said, I'm going to leave all the other council, and yes, I'm going to leave the finance team. I don't have to wait for your SG to remove me. I'm going to leave. And when I leave, I am giving you the mandate to take me out of the Defense Council. So I gave them the report about RK, and I requested that they get someone else to pick up the coordination from there. I gave them the report. I had given the SG all the reports I usually do. I told them I'm going to share the other group, the captains of the other group, their numbers with the SG, which I later did with the SG, so they can pick up the tabs from there so I can stay clear from their business. So that was my message. And the defense chair said, yeah, that's fine. And I'm glad this conversation, I just want you to know this whole thing is on record. I said, absolutely. So the meeting ended, they ended the meeting, and I exited all the forums of the AGOVC, all the forums of the ADF, except for the Defense Council. I think the following day or so, I started getting calls from Ground Zero, from the boys of the ADF. And I decided to ignore them because at that point I did not feel like I should be in communication with them. And so some were sending me messages, and I just responded, I hope all is well, and blah, blah, blah. And I stopped. Did not want to talk to them because I know how these things work sometimes. And the following day, that was a Sunday, that was Sunday night, breaking Monday. One of them actually called me to ask what happened and why the lady in the ADF are leaving the forum. I said, who said that? They said one of them lost the election and got angry, the election to join the National Council, got angry and left. Immediately, I had to not have that conversation. I said, I don't know about that, but I will come back to you. Let me go and find out who that person is. I sent a message to the defense chairman, and I warned him. I said, if you want to go down this route, we can all talk to these boys. And if you want me to tell them the truth and to start bad-mouthing you, and I can do that. But I'm going to leave above that because the boys matters. Then he shared an audio that he had sent to the boys, telling the boys to stay away from me, telling the boys that I lost an election to sit in the council. There was an election between me and Mama Wali. I lost the election and I got so angry and I left the council. The same lies that the SG is telling you people in here. So I'm like, I told the defense chairman that again, you're lying. But you know what? I'm just going to stay quiet, but you people should stop trying to sabotage me. Because guess what? Due to the good relationship that I have with those boys, they'll come back to me. I don't need to request it. And I don't intend to spoil anything because those boys, they matter more than all of us in the diaspora to me. So that is how I left the Defense Council, my dear comrades. I want you people to know that you guys are activists. You guys, this is the report that I will give you people. So tomorrow when they start putting out messages like what the ASG just did, this is so disingenuous. This is so dishonest. This is so disgraceful. I really feel insulted with the lies that he just told you guys in this meeting. And this tells of a lot of things that they don't matter right now. But I'm telling you guys that the more these people speak, the more infuriated I get. And we should be really, really be careful with the words that we say in this revolution, if we are indeed in need to fix it.
As usual, they claim to be for unity when it is time to raise funds. Once the funds are collected, unity vanishes into thin air. This is very important for us because it is pure evil for people to sit abroad and play with people's lives and welfare like these demons have done. Enough of your lies and manipulation. You continue to speculate baselessly as if Southern Cameroon was the stock market or a casino in Las Vegas or Macau. Enough of the scams. My trip to Buea, National AK Project, Pachie, Sunday offerings, and all the other failures. Ground Zero is tired of your shenanigans. If all these self-proclaimed leaders really want to free the land and its people like they claim, they will need true unity. It will take for these leaders to sign their death warrants like the fighters in the bush have done. The terms of any memorandum of understanding must be very drastic for leadership. They must be willing to pay with their lives if they go astray. We can assist them prepare such a document. To you all who accuse us of sabotage, we are educating you and posterity. We stand for the truth and for those who are powerless to speak on their own. Some of you have decided to attack instead of debate. We are upping the stakes. We will start releasing audios from our treasure trove as we choose. The more you attack, the more we release. We don't need to go looking for insiders to leak information to us. Your arrogance, deceitfulness, and treachery has given us the keys to your house. It is your own disgruntled members in large numbers who are sharing documents. Our view is proposed to provide investigative reporting content aimed at presenting the truth to our viewers. If you enjoyed our show, please support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel and by following our social media pages. Thank you all for watching and stay tuned.